Hello, and welcome to the My Heart and Mind podcast, where it's all about creating the feel-good mindset so you can make the most of every moment and reap the benefits of getting the most happiness out of life. And now, over to your host, Sally Crawley.
My show is for you if you've had a heart attack, heart surgery, a cardiac arrest, or your life has been impacted by a cardiac diagnosis. It's all about mastering your thoughts and feelings and emotions so you can feel great and live a life that you love despite your diagnosis. Thank you so much for joining me today. Just before we get into the show though, please be aware that my work is not intended to replace conventional medicine. It is complementary. If you have any concerns about your health or your heart, then do seek medical expert advice immediately. Hello, my lovely listeners, and welcome back to another episode of My Heart and Mind. I'm Sally, and today we're going to be talking about something that may seem a little surprising at first, but it's so important to your recovery and your everyday happiness after a heart attack or heart surgery. We're going to explore how you can live your life happy even after a cardiac event by understanding your body's neurotransmitters. And that's the chemicals in your brain that influence your mood, your motivation, your focus, and your overall sense of well-being. Don't worry, I promise this will not be a heavily scientific episode. We're going to keep it simple, practical, and actionable. By the end of this episode, you'll know which hormones to keep in check, which ones to boost, and how small daily actions can make a huge difference in your recovery and happiness. Before I get to the happy hormones, I'm going to tell you about the hormones that may have caused you to feel anxious, depressed, angry, sad and frightened after a cardiac event or surgery. I know I did. It totally floored me emotionally, and I felt like I was never ever going to feel normal again. But it's not surprising once you realise why they occur after your life-threatening experience. It can take a while for your mind and body to calm and accept that you are no longer in danger. So let's get started with the stress hormones. That's cortisol and adrenaline. When we talk about stress, the two key neurotransmitters take centre stage, cortisol and adrenaline. These are often called the stress hormones, and for very good reason. They work hand in hand to prepare your body to respond to danger or a challenge, also known as the fight or flight response. I'll talk more about the fight or flight response in more detail in an up-and-coming episode, so keep your eyes out for that one. So let's address cortisol, the steady controller. Cortisol is the main hormone that manages your mood, motivation and sense of alertness. It's produced by your adrenal glands after receiving signals from your brain, particularly when you experience stress, fear or uncertainty. After a cardiac event, it's completely normal for cortisol levels to rise. Your body is reacting to trauma, trying to protect you by keeping you alert and ready to respond. Cortisol increases the amount of glucose, sugar, in your bloodstream, giving your brain and body quick access to energy. It also helps direct resources to areas that need repair and recovery, an important part of healing after a major health scare. However, when cortisol stays high for too long, it can keep your body in a constant state of vigilance. Over time, this can affect your mood, sleep, and even your immune and digestive systems. So let's move on to adrenaline, the immediate responder. At the same time cortisol is released, your body also triggers a surge of adrenaline, the hormone responsible for that sudden burst of energy and alertness. Adrenaline works quickly, preparing you to take action in the face of perceived danger. You might recognise the signs: increased heart rate, your heart pounds faster to pump oxygen-rich blood to your muscles. Heightened senses, you become more alert and aware of your surroundings and your body. A burst of energy, your body feels ready to move, act or defend itself. Reduced pain perception. Pain signals are temporarily muted so you can stay focused. Adrenaline also raises your blood pressure and blood sugar levels to fuel your brain and muscles. At the same time, your body temporarily slows digestion and immune functions to save energy for immediate survival. This reaction is helpful in short bursts, but when stress becomes ongoing, those same responses can take a toll on your heart and your overall well-being. Finding the balance after stress. So you can safely say that controlling the amount of cortisol you produce is vital to your recovery. The best way to do this is, of course, to relax. But relaxation isn't just about lying still or switching off. It's about helping your body feel safe again. Simple steps like deep breathing, resting, and talking things through with a friend or a family member can make a real difference. Taking time to process what's happened and move towards acceptance is one of the most healing steps you can take after your heart event. Cortisol is a hormone you don't want too much of in your system. But that raises a positive question. What hormones actually improve your health and mood? What can you do to naturally increase the happy hormones your body produces? Well, let's find out what they are. Now let me introduce you to the happy hormones: dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphins. These are the hormones that boost your mood, motivation, and overall happiness. Starting with dopamine, the reward hormone. Dopamine is released when you experience pleasure, whether that's learning something new, enjoying a hobby, or anticipating a treat. It motivates you, improves your focus, and even helps blood flow to the heart and the kidneys. After a heart event, you may feel frustrated that you can't do everything that you used to, but your brain still craves reward and progress, and that's where dopamine comes in. So let's discover some ways to boost the dopamine. Firstly, set small, achievable goals. Even tiny wins matter. Try some new hobbies that bring you joy. If you need any inspiration, I have a list of over 200 ideas. You'll find a link in the show notes and over on my website in the accompanying article. Eat foods rich in tyrosine, like oily fish, poultry, and pumpkin seeds. And also exercise and meditation. They also naturally raise dopamine levels. Now I'd like you to meet serotonin, the mood regulator. Serotonin is produced in your gut and helps with digestion, sleep, memory, and mood regulation. After a cardiac event, it's essential for keeping calm, managing stress, and sleeping well. Here's some ways to boost your serotonin. Eat tryptophan-rich foods such as salmon, eggs, pineapple, and tofu. Make sure you include probiotics for your gut health. Another important thing is to get out into the sunlight, especially in the morning. It's best to try this about an hour after you've risen. Practice gratitude daily. And take exercise, and gentle yoga can also naturally increase your serotonin. Now here we have oxytocin, the love hormone. Oxytocin is the hormone of connection and love. It's what gives you that warm fuzzy feeling when you're hugging your partner, spending time with family, or cuddling your pet. It also lowers blood pressure and has anti-inflammatory effects, which is fantastic for heart health. Now here's some ideas for you to boost your oxytocin. Physical touch, hugs, cuddles, holding hands, massages, etc. Anything that puts you in connection with another being. Spend quality time with your loved ones, or give your pets a lovely stroke and a cuddle too. Give and receive compliments. It's an absolutely fantastic idea. How good does it feel when somebody gives you a compliment? And if you compliment someone else and you see the smile on their face, that brings you joy. Enjoy music or singing, ideally with others for that connection factor. And when you're feeling ready, intimacy with your partner is a powerful oxytocin booster. And lastly, we have endorphins. This is your natural pain relievers. Endorphins help your body manage pain and stress naturally. They're released through exercise, laughter, or even eating dark chocolate. Here's some ideas. Let's give this a go for boosting the endorphins. Yet again, we come to gentle exercise or stretching, such as Pilates or yoga. Again, we're spending time outdoors in daylight, laughing with friends and family, and listening to music and dancing too. Endorphins not only reduce physical discomfort, but also enhance your mood, which is critical for all-over recovery. So, putting it all together, your happiness plan. The key takeaway for this episode for you is that after a cardiac event, you can reclaim joy and peace by managing stress hormones and boosting your happy ones. Be kind to yourself. Don't rush your recovery or push yourself too hard. Little steps all the way. Focus on small, achievable actions that bring you joy and satisfaction. And share your thoughts and feelings with your loved ones or your doctor. Make sure that you talk to people and really connect. Recovery is about listening to your body, nurturing your mind, and celebrating the little victories along the way. You can live your life happy after a heart attack or surgery, and your body and mind will thank you for it. And now it's time for me to thank you so much for listening today. If this episode resonated with you, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future episodes on heart health, mindset, and living your best life after a cardiac event. To help you on your journey, visit the show notes or the article on my website that accompanies this episode. You'll be able to download the list of over 200 hobbies and activities I mentioned. I've also put on a quick guide that you can download too. It's about how to hack your happy hormones. It's printable so you can have it by you all the time. And it just covers off some of the things that I've spoken about today. To get both of these downloads, visit my website www.myheartandmind.co.uk/podcast. Get your downloads today. And finally, please know that you are loved more than you will ever know. You are admired by more people than you'd ever expect. You are worthy of joy and happiness. You are enough. Until next time, take care of your heart and your mind. Speak to you soon.
You've been listening to Sally Crawley and the My Heart and Mind podcast, a show for you if you've had a heart attack, cardiac event, or other life-changing experience and want to feel good. It's all about mastering your feelings and emotions so you can feel great and live the life you love. To find out more, visit www.myheartandmind.co.uk and note that that's an AND and not the ampersand character. Go be magnificent.